Hi guys, Hamish Reed from Reed Health here. What I wanted to talk to you about today is what goes on in an acupuncture treatment, what do we actually use and how does it affect you? Obviously, one of the things that most people are aware that we use in acupuncture are needles, and these are our acupuncture needles here. We only use the finest quality Korean needles, which are called Dongbang needles, supplied to us by Needle Pro Australia. And these needles are fantastic, really. They are very smooth, very comfortable. We're the only clinic that tends to use these in bulk. And a lot of patients do notice the difference. Sometimes when we have run out of the needles and we've used another brand, patients realise because they feel the needles more. With the needles we use at the clinic, it literally is pain-free. It's a very comfortable session and you'll get good results. It's very easy to get a good result with these kind of needles. Okay, acupuncture, as you know, is inserting very fine stainless steel needles into different areas of the body to be able to stimulate a certain meridian or a certain energy flow to rectify a certain condition. Okay, that's one of the main tools we use in an acupuncture treatment is the needles. Sometimes we can actually use moxibustion, and you'll see moxibustion is basically, it's a herb that we burn and it warms up the acupuncture point quite a lot. So all those conditions like arthritis and any condition that's caused by cold, could be diarrhea, could be metabolism that's been slowed down, could be weight management. We might use the moxa, and that feels great as well. It's very warming and nourishing and stimulating to the acupuncture point, so we may well incorporate that into a treatment. The next thing we might use is electroacupuncture, where we do actually use needles, but for that extra stimulation, especially for sporting injuries, the electroacupuncture is fantastic. What it essentially is when the needle's in the acupuncture point, you can see there's these two alligator clips, and we actually will hook them onto the needle, okay, like a tiny little car battery. But what the electro actually does is it forces the muscle into relaxation, so it reverses that muscle contraction. So if there's very tight muscles due to tendonitis or any kind of sporting injury, could be cruciate ligament damage where the quadricep muscles are overcompensating, tightness in the iliotibial band, tight neck and shoulders causing headache and migraine. This is the treatment for you. The electroacupuncture feels fantastic. It feels like a little tapping, tingling, but right down to where your fingers just can't get to, and it is a lot more stimulation than just the needle itself. That's another thing we might incorporate in. A few of you may actually have had the laser acupuncture before as well. And this is our laser acupuncture unit here. And we normally use the laser acupuncture for people that are a little bit apprehensive about the needles, okay? Or people that just prefer having laser instead of needles. Now, the laser, this is the laser unit here, and there's a diode that the laser beam comes out of. Now, that's held against the skin at an acupuncture point, and you really don't feel much with the laser. It is quite effective, okay? But it's a great treatment for people that still want the benefits of acupuncture, but are a little bit apprehensive about needles. Okay, a lot of patients may come into our clinic at Reed Health and they'll get results with the needles and they'll want their children to come and have acupuncture, but 3 years old, 4 years old, those kind of children may not take very well to needles. So we'd use a laser acupuncture on them and it works very, very well. People whose partners might be a little bit apprehensive to needles, they'll book them in for a laser acupuncture treatment as well. The other thing we do incorporate into a treatment besides the acupuncture and moxibustion and laser and electro is remedial or Chinese remedial massage, because we believe that works very, very well in conjunction or to finish off a treatment. And when we're doing Chinese remedial massage to stimulate the acupuncture meridians, we used to help with a number of lineaments, and see here, there are quite a few that we use. And just to run through a few of the important ones with you, this one here is called in Chinese Zhenggu Shui, which means bone healing liniment. You can see it's a very nice thin liquid. So this is very good for those bone problems, shin splints, stress fractures of the tibia, arthritis, any kind of fractures or breaks or problems, bruising, any kind of problems with the bone. So there's a number of liniments that have different applications, and your health professional here at Reed Health will be able to distinguish, according to your condition, what the best liniment is to use. This liniment here is a fantastic Chinese liniment called Posamon oil, and this is quite minty, this oil. It's quite a cooling oil, and it's very, very good for those kind of inflammatory problems like tendinitis or tearing or spraining or straining of the muscles. Even just generally tight muscles, it's a very good liniment for. They all feel great when you rub them on the body. We have the good old trusty tiger balm. Now, this is the white tiger balm. A lot of patients who I speak to, when I ask if you've got tiger balm, and they say, yeah, I've got the tiger balm, I'll say, what colour is it? Is it red or white? And I'll say, oh, I'm not sure. Most of them have the red, and they didn't know there was a white one. The red tiger balm is very good for warming and heating up the body, so we wouldn't be using that on inflammatory conditions. However, the white tiger balm is very cooling, and it is perfect for inflammatory conditions, as I mentioned before, the tendinitis and arthritis and those kind of problems, strains and sprains and tears. The other liniment that we like to use a lot at Reed Health is called Sitapella. This is an Ayurvedic liniment, which means from India and Sri Lanka. And this is, again, quite a nice liniment for those general muscle aches and pains and strains. So we use these quite a lot in the treatment. Patients also would purchase these oils off us to be able to use in between their treatments and get the most benefit out of their treatment. Okay, so for any other information, please look at our website, www.reidhealth.com.au, or guys, simply just call the clinic. It's a Melbourne number, 03 9802 7000, and we'd love to help you in any way we can. Thank you.